media is everything. Compare, contrast. Oh, how long has it been? Why aren't you here yet? How do you make you and yours like authentic to where you're really it's your own fingerprint? Like you're not trying to mimic somebody else. I know me and Ness, we said one thing we would never do. We would never write a book because it feels like everybody who's written a book, it's like, what are those words that you put down? Like, what did they mean to you? Were they authentic at the time? Whether it's just a product to sell, you're just trying to make money off because it's like you didn't live to those words. Several people we know who've written books, and it's just like, what happened to your marriage though? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what were you waiting for since your book is called The Wait? You know, like, what happened and why are you now promoting singleness as if that's the new thing? That's what you should be. So it's just like we said we will always stay away from. We don't want to be put on a pedestal. Don't put us on a pedestal because we dive off head first. Our marriage is our marriage. We do a lot of things that is not traditional, but it works for us, and that's it. The one thing I always tell people when they get married, when they have kids, whatever, I always say my only advice: do it your way. Because when you do it your way, then you live with the results. Like it was your way. But for some reason, when we start mimicking these people, we wanted to be Will and Nita when we were younger. We wanted to be Oprah and whoever she's with still. We wanted to be all these big names. And then when we see, quote unquote, the demons that they have to have dealt with throughout their marriage, it's like, I don't know how she caught up with that. Or I don't know how he dealt with that all the time. Or I don't know what. It's just like you didn't know what they were going through. So how do we remain authentic to our own fingerprint versus trying to blend and look like everybody else? Because it's just so easy to do that.
I think that's just people's personality. Like, I say that because you have certain people who always just march to the beat of their own drum. And then you have people that are always just follow other people and do what other people do. So I think that's just like your personality. Like, I know for sure Cliff and I march to the beat of our own drum and do things that is make sense in our household and make sense for our family. Like, we really don't care about outside noise. We really don't have people in our business to even give us an opinion. So I just, like you said, like your relationship is your relationship. Not one Every relationship doesn't look the same, won't work the same. There's some things that you guys might do that works for you but won't work for us. So we just do our own thing. I think a lot of people that do look at social media and all that stuff is people that just don't have no other guidance. They don't know no other way. Like maybe they didn't have the guidance in their household to know what a relationship is supposed to look like or whatever. So they turn to social media or TV or whatever. But I think if you're someone that marches to the beat of your own drum and makes your own rules, you're going to do that in every aspect of your life, whether it's a relationship or whatever.
I agree with that.
You know, it's hard hearing that because it's like being in church all my life. I've heard how it's supposed to be. You know, the roles of a man, the roles of a woman. You know, don't do this until marriage and wait until this and all this other stuff. It's like they tell you all the rules of not to do, not to do, not to do, but they don't preach on okay, now the doing part. Now what's up? This is what can happen. This is what you can. It's like they limit you so much on what to be, and then when you're able to do it or of age, they don't really want to talk about the good of marriage. Like I hear so much, you know, wait till marriage for whatever reason they want you to wait till marriage. But then I don't hear anything else about, okay, how to stay married. Like preachers are not preaching that. It's just like, how do you deal? Are you able to march to your own beat when, you know, a lot of people are raised in church, like they have that where they preach down their throats, like, hey, these are the steps that you should follow. These are the steps that you should follow. So how did you get to that place where you march to your own drum?
I've always tried, you know me, John. I've always marched my own drum. Um, no no shade or to anyone else that's religious or spiritual, but couldn't no preacher tell me how to march or live my life. I use it as a guide or moral compass to be right, to be good, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be Shirley and what makes Shirley happy and comfortable. So like, and I just never, I just always did what I wanted to do. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just never, like, even, you know, Christians always tell you no boyfriend, no boyfriend, no boyfriend. And then when you're 25 years old, why are you not married? Well, man, you told me my whole life not to get a boyfriend. And then, okay, let's say 25 years old, I do go get a boyfriend. I don't know what to do with this man to become a wife because you never, you always tell me what not to. So I've always peeped that like early on. So I've always just, well, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm just going to do my own thing. First of all, I have a problem with authority. I don't like nobody telling me what to do at all.
A damn
You
shame.
tell me what to do, I'm going to do the opposite just because you told me to do it. So I've always, I don't know. I've just always, I don't know.
I'm similar. I've always been in my family. I'm the one that's like the different one, the one that thought different, the one that did different shit. Like between all my cousins and me, like I'm the one that looks like the odd man out. But um, like I've always done my own thing. If it don't make sense to me, bro, and if you can't make it make sense to me, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna do what I need to do, regardless. I'm gonna do the thing that makes sense to me. But that's how I've always been, and I found somebody that is the same way, and luckily she listens sometimes under the authority of myself. But you know what I'm saying? We had to work on it.
I'm telling you, man, kudos. Because boy, this was the hardest head, let me tell you. But also kudos to my therapist, Georgia Bryce. Shout out. Because she definitely again
paying for this promo?
missed it. What Mona say?
I said she paying for this promo.
Oh. But no, I really, and again, that's something I had to learn being in a relationship. Like, I don't look at Cliff as an authoritative figure over me, but I gotta respect my man and his wishes. So it's like, but no, I don't know. I never listened to people. Everybody always said I had a hard head, stubborn, all of that. So I'm not. I don't know, Jodner. I never listened to the church. You know, I went to your daddy church one time and never go back. So I don't know what to tell you.
I think you just can't be like, you can't compare yourself to others. It just like, it just sounds like you just have to like do what works for you in your relationship. Like you can't compare yourself to other people. And honestly, you gotta stay off social media. These people be living lies, and you know, people aspire to be it, and it's all just like it's a persona, it's a fake. You know, you gotta live for you and your relationship, not for others.
Yeah, I was the opposite. I was the youngest, so both of my older siblings were more rebels. So I was always the one that, wanted to do exactly what was expected of me to make my parents proud and like not be the troublemaker or to, just go along with the flow, not shake the boat. So being with someone who is the complete opposite.
About to say, you know.
It was, it was challenging, but it was also like liberating to like see what that feels like and be encouraged to live life more along those lines and more on my own terms. So I think that played a big part in it as well. And then realizing, like, again, what Mona said, like a lot of these people is living a lie. So just making the decision to like be my authentic self and live in my truth, regardless of what anyone else is saying or doing, is key.
Yeah.